Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's story time. And we will be reading today Radiant Child by Javaka Steptoe. Good morning to you and welcome. Happy Thursday to you. Good morning, Isabella. How are you doing today? And good morning to you, Leslie. How are you? Good morning, Louise. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day, and it is nice and bright out. So hopefully at some point maybe you get on a walk or something. Awesome. Glad you could join in this morning. Yes. Good morning to you. And good morning to everybody wherever you're joining us from, whether you're joining us live or you're joining us after the reading, after the recording. Please, good morning, enjoy, and yes, Radiant Child, enjoy it. It is about the life of Jean-Michel Basquait. And yes, I am very curious, just like you are, to find out more about this amazing character, this amazing personality, right? Good morning to you. Yes, good morning. And a very big happy birthday to you, Naima, today. You're turning 7. Good morning to you. Good morning to you in Zambia. Mulibwanjile Lomadiela, Sasha, Vincent Jr., Naomi, and Vincent Sr. How are you doing today? Great to see that you're here with us again. Thank you, Ellen. Much appreciated. How are you doing today out there in Chicago? Good to see you. As always, thank you for the support. Good morning to you. Good morning, Ali May. How are you doing today? Good to see that you're on and with us. Yes, good morning. All right, Wyatt, good morning. How are you doing today, my friend? Good to see that you're with us. And Desmond, all the way out in Gilroy, how are you doing? Good morning to you. Obsa, Emerson in the house, good morning to you. How are you doing today, Obsa? Good to see that you're with us. Yes. Good morning to you, Miss Veda. How are you doing today? You still haven't answered my question, Miss Veda. Check your text messages. Good morning to you. And good morning to you, Jackson, joining us right here in Auckland. How are you doing, buddy? Yes, good morning to you, Jackson. Awesome. And good morning to you, Zayana, joining us right here in Auckland. Good morning to you. How are you doing? And Zayana, please do say hi to your grandma for me, all right? Good morning to you. Sasha, bueno, tiriche naife, tiriche, nizi. Good morning to you. Yes. And good morning to you, Judy. And you're saying you're joining Judy and Mike from Haywood. Oh yes, good morning to you. Yes, I will try and remember those names. Hey, Langston and Tyler's grandparents. Much appreciated. So glad you could join us today. Good morning to you. And hope you enjoy the story. Good morning. And hopefully you're having a great day out in Haywood. Good morning to you, Oscar and Ruben, right here in Auckland. How are you doing today? So glad you could join in. Good morning to you, Josiah, right here in Auckland. And good morning to you, Santino. And good morning to you, Katalea. How are you doing today? Good morning to you, Jordy. And you are joining in with Judah, DJ, and Blaze. I love those names. Good morning to you. Please tell me where you guys are joining us from. Judah, DJ, and Blaze. Good morning to you. And yes, good morning to you, Ada. Good morning to you, Owen. How are you doing today? And good morning to you, Stefan. Ilya, I think I'm getting the pronunciation down today. We'll see. Practiced many times. Good morning to you. And good morning to you, Maya and Raven. How are you doing today? And Lio and William and Claire say good morning to everybody that is listening in to you today. Well, good morning right back at you, Lio, William, and Claire. So glad you could join in. Good morning. Thank you, Stefan. Happy Thursday to you. Yes, today we are reading Radiant Child by Javaka Steptoe. And please get ready for that one. But today, of course, is Naima's birthday. Naima, happy birthday to you. Happy 7th birthday. I hope you have a blast. I hope you have fun, and I will see you in class soon. Good morning to you, everybody. Our Junior joining us from Oakland. Good morning to you. Olive Oil, good morning to you, and good morning to you, Lacey. How are you doing today? Thank you so much. Glad you could join in. All right. And please do not forget the art challenge is on. If you want to submit your work, you can choose not to be entered in the draw, but please submit your work so we can see it, and look for the details on the page, and you get to walk away. You might be the lucky person that gets to walk away with this beautiful creation by Inosanto Nagara. It is beautiful with lots of artwork in there. So please enter the draw, enter the art so we can show it off here. Find the details on the page. Good morning to you. All right, so we are getting started. We are getting ready to get started with Radiant Child. Good morning to you. Radiant Child, the story of young artist Jean-Michel Basquait. Somewhere in Brooklyn, between hearts that thump, double dutch and hopscotch, and salty mouths that slurp sweet ice, a little boy dreams of being a famous artist. In his house, you can tell a serious artist dwells, as he sits at a table with pencils scattered everywhere. Jean-Michel draws from morning until night with a serious face amid a storm of papers. He refuses to sleep until he has created a masterpiece. At night, images enchant Jean-Michel's mind, and he wakes from his dreams to add one more line. His drawings are not neat or clean, nor does he color inside the lines. They are sloppy, ugly, and sometimes weird, but somehow still very beautiful. His art comes from his mother, Matilda, a Puerto Rican woman who designs and sews, cooks and cleans, and makes the house look like a stylish magazine. But most important, she lies on the floor and draws with Jean-Michel and his father's old work papers. From her, he learns that art is not only in the poetry books she reads. From her, he learns that art is not only in the poetry books she reads to him or in the theaters and museums they visit. Art is in the street games of little children, in our lifestyle, and words that we speak. It is how the messy patchwork of the city creates new meaning for ordinary things. While visiting the museum, they look at his favorite works of art. Reading the story behind each artist, reading the story behind each artwork. This is how Jean-Michel learns what it means to become a famous artist. Back at home, he creates art on the floor as his father, Gerard, plays jazz records. Mama Matilda cooks arroz con pollo and calls Jean-Michel mi amor. The energy and life of the city can be felt in each line of his drawings. As time goes by, Jean-Michel learns that art has a healing power. After a car accident, he is scared and confused. Matilda gives him a book to calm his fears. It is filled with pictures of bones, scars, and other body parts. Jean-Michel draws from it until he knows it all by heart. He is no longer afraid. Back at home, Jean-Michel's body heals, but his heart breaks. His mother's mind is not well, and the family breaks. She no longer lies on the floor and draws with Jean-Michel, but sits by the window singing only to the birds. Jean-Michel is confused and filled with the terrible blues when Matilda can no longer live at home with him. He tries drawing the terrible out of his blues, but things are not the same. As Jean-Michel grows older, he visits his mother when he can, always bringing his artwork to show her, telling her that one day it will be in a museum. When I am a famous artist, he would say. A teenager now, Jean-Michel decides, Papa, I will be very, very famous one day. With a sly look and a twinkle in his eye, Jean-Michel leaves Brooklyn for New York City. The Lower East Side, a concrete jungle where only the tough survive. During the day, dressed in a green jumpsuit splattered with paint, Jean-Michel stays with friends. Sleeping on couches and floors, leaving a barrage of collages and poem-filled papers everywhere he goes. At night, Jean-Michel spray paints the walls downtown with poems and drawings that catch the eye of artists, gallery goers, and passers-by. Under his art, he signs the name Seymour instead of Jean-Michel. Everybody wants to know, who is Seymour? Seymour moves from street corners to art gallery walls with powerful color composition and line, collaging and painting on anything he can find. His art is still not neat or clean, and definitely not inside the lines, but somehow still very beautiful. With his magical charm, Jean-Michel draws a crowd. But when it's time to work, he prefers to work alone, with the radio and TV on at full blast. Now, in expensive suits splattered with paint, he flips through stacks of magazines and open books, and paints into the night, and sometimes for days at a time, while sounds and images jump into his head. Jean-Michel, an artist among artists, never doubts one line, creating from a soundtrack that is all his own. People describe him as radiant, wild, a genius child, but in his heart, he is king. So he draws crowns for himself and others he admires. A grown man now, with the art world in his hands, Jean-Michel still visits his mother when he can. And at his most important shows, above all the critics, fans, and artists he admires, the place of honor is his mother's, a queen on a throne. He is now a famous artist. The end. Good morning, everybody, and I hope you enjoyed that. That was the story of Jean-Michel Basquait. I hope you enjoyed that. And please, if you're interested in finding out more about him, search online. But also, this is a great copy to have in your library. So that was Jean-Michel Basquait. Determination, even after coming through hardships in life, he still went through and achieved his dreams. So kids, you have a chance, you have the opportunity to work at your dreams and look for the supports around you and achieve your dreams. Good morning to you. Let's see anybody else who has joined us this morning. Good morning to you. Joy joining us from Long Beach. How are you doing today? So glad you could join in. And good morning to you, Ingrid. Good morning, Anders. How are you doing today? Hopefully you are having a lovely beginning to your Thursday. And good morning to you, Noctula, all the way out in Baltimore, and you're joining us with your mommy, Julia, and your dad Vundukai. Good morning to you. So glad you could both join in. Good morning, and good morning to you, Isabella, one more time. Thanks everybody for joining in. Please remember to enter the art challenge. Look on the page and you will find the art challenge. It is on our Instagram page as well as the Facebook page, and you have a chance to walk away with this calendar, the 2020 calendar, designed and created by Inosanto Nagara. So please join us. Be sure to submit your work and join us for another story tomorrow. And we are back with Drum Dream Girl. Another story of determination and fighting against the odds. So join us for that one tomorrow and we'll be back. So thank you so much everybody for joining in. Have a wonderful day. Much love from me, and I will see you in the morning. Bye-bye.